Produced by Juicy.
Made by the Quadrant brand. You can find them overseas. They have a bunch of American distributions. If you can find American distribution, you are very lucky. But I'm using a 9-round tight, and the thing about the word tight at the end of 9 round means that this needle configuration is super strict in the space that's in between each one of these individual needle groups and bring this needle group together. And what that is, that allows me to have the thickness of a 9, but to have the feel and definition of like a 7RL, even a 5RL, depending on how the configuration is set. I really don't use 9 so much on super detailed pieces, but they make whenever I have to do something that's very open in design or very particular about dropping an excess of super thick line weights, but then doubling back to give me super single file hit lines.
Say that one more time. One more time. I'll focus on the needle. I need all the needle B-roll we could get. 3, 2, 1. One more time. I mean, I could use one of these other cameras, but I don't want to do that. I want to use the big high-power camera. So let's do it one more time. No, not the needle explanation. On the explanation you were using on the skin.
Oh,
not the first part. The second part that we were just on, that you just said like 10 seconds ago, where you were explaining.
I don't remember. Don't ask
God
me.
damn it.
I don't remember what you said.
You were talking about the 9 and what you just used it for on the skin.
Yeah, for having the thicker line and going into the thinner line.
That was the whole gist of the comment.
I know, but
Same shit.
if we already recorded that with the first part, then we don't need to do it again. But you just started talking about it again with the needle in your hand, so I thought you were about to
use the first and second video. We're not recording the third. No, we're not gonna overcomplicate that. No.
Got it. I'm just gonna put the footage together and I'm gonna
Boy.
moving on. We're moving on to the next
That's
one.
why I said don't ask me. I only know
All right, repeat what again?
All right.
What I just repeated?
So you,
What?
can you show where your line weights are on the piece?
It's the thicker lines.
It's just all the thicker lines.
Yeah.
Thicker lines versus the
Boy.
little lines. The little lines, one weight. Thicker lines gonna be a different weight. Medium lines gonna be.
Yeah, he
Who
was
got
he was
gloves
like,
on?
"There's
You
no
got gloves
number
on?
system." I'm like,
Point out like an area of thick line. For I can put it
outside.
Nah, I need to do it on camera for I can put an arrow. Like, switch to your what finger is this?
Index finger.
Index finger. I need
Pointer.
this one. Yeah, that. There we go. Bring your hand down a little bit. No, like that. Now there you go, like that. Cross. Boom. All right, stop. Now he said that's line. Is there a described line weight? Is it just thick and thin?
Yeah.
Okay. And then thin lines is just all the stuff in the center, so you can literally just do one of these. Do one of these over the thin lines. There you go. That's the thin line weight. Now you use the thick line weights only to do the borders?
It depends.
Explain how that situation depends.
It honestly depends on like what I'm doing. Like
Every tattoo is different.
Facts.
You gotta think of it like every tattoo is its own certain.
facts.
Some
So
people
there's
do titties and
so
ass,
even
some
if
people
I
just
tell
sit
you,
ass.
even if I tell
some
you,
people
it
get-
depends. It's
really
literally for that
depends.
one situation, and this situation, another person trying to learn it will probably never come to this situation where they got to use it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a skill that you don't need to be so precise, but you need to understand the general how to do it.
You understanding the skin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like her skin, she has a nice tone, little yellow undertone to it. Go bigger. So, because if you goes like me, I got a yellow undertone too. You go too small. Black people heal up like this. It's too small. Black people need to go big. Need to stretch it out so you can see it. It's tattoo legible. You be like, I can tell what that is. When you get something, people be like, well, what is it? That's a bad
But you gotta
sign.
go. So, but you have to go bigger because of the skin, not even the what she's picking as a tattoo. She could pick
No,
anything.
and both.
Okay.
Some people would be like, yeah, I want to get some on my shin and want it this big. She has so much leg. Why would you put some on her shin that little? Like, try to fill up, you're going to want to fill up the space on everybody. And that's what Tina's known for, is filling up the full area.
So
Can't.
So I see what you're saying. It really
It's
just
hard to
depends
do all
on
of that in one time. The skin only has so long before it start acting really fucking funny. So, like, you got to move. Yeah, and for you to do a big piece and do background, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's what I told my client. That shit a lot. A lot of people not made for that shit.
So they break it up into like sessions, so you gotta take a month, come back, and okay.
Yeah, why rush it and kill yourself and your body be dripping and shit, acting weird?
Oh right, because it drips all the fluid out.
And
The
then
more
you,
you tint up,
and then you got the
it's right.
360 camera, and then that's when you crop what Crystal just said.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're gonna switch over to Crystal, let her speak, and then I'm gonna switch back over to you. So you just briefly described. Oh no, we just went over line weights. That's done. So we're gonna do tapers another day, and then we did black work with the first video. Really.
Yeah, this ain't really a black work tattoo. The only thing black is in the eyes of this tattoo. Really being 100% honest with you, if I was not filming, having fun, or having conversation, I would have got this tattoo done in 2 hours.
Facts.
Yeah, been there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I know I'm distracting you.
Mm-hmm. Well, not really distracting me.
Them old stories. Was
Yeah, them stories.
Hell yeah, because niggas like when I tell them, boy, it's like
any
my
of that, but I had
memory
to hear
and
it all.
soul jump me right back in it, and I'm just living it all the way over again.
Oh, we could do the essence of black skin for a lot of these though. You could do a lot of those. Essence, those are just talking pieces. You can do those while you work.
Yeah, her skin really ain't so much as
It's not
dark
it's
because
not
it has
red.
such a very bright yellow undertone. Her undertone on her skin is super yellow. That's when you look at the light off of her skin and you see the exposure white part of her skin. You look at the tone that it's reflective
We
of.
all got different ones.
Yeah, facts. Like I have a yellow undertone.
Me too.
Crystal undertone is yellow on the inside, but flip your arm over, it's red on the outside. Nico has a red and yellow undertone.
Super yellow. I see yellow.
Yeah, see you're brown, but your undertone is really, really red. You have a really
Okay.
red undertone all the way over your arm.
What causes that? Is that just tanning? Is that
Nothing. That's just
Nah, that's just the melatonin reflecting the light off of the genomes that's inside of your skin.
You see
Like
the red?
whatever your genomes is,
sort of.
when light hits
like
your
right
skin, the melanin reflects it, and that's how people have like an undertone to their skin.
okay?
Yeah, we see it because we know colors. We see
Yeah,
it.
but you see
Different
it. You
skin.
see enough. You do
Like-
enough tattoos, and you gonna start. Oh, you gonna start knowing because when you have a red undertone and you try to put brown on them, it's like you're fighting the brown. So you gotta know. That's why all of this shit. People be like, oh, they do color. You be thinking we just pick random colors. No, that shit is specific
No.
as fuck. Because I've already before you even know this shit, I've already looked at your leg, touched it, felt it, seen the undertone, figured out what colors I need to do, what dupes I need to do because for your specific undertone.
See.
Because that's what's gonna make. Because I've tried to put red or like a deep brown on somebody who has a red undertone. It's like fighting a tattoo. So you gotta outsmart the tattoo.
How do you outsmart the tattoo when it's a situation like that?
When you start noticing and play what you can. If she got a red undertone, put the darks in there. Put a deep dark red in there, and then go off from that.
Okay. All right. So now, Peanut, you're doing the shading. How do you go about doing the shading aspect?
I'm just putting a black down on the skin. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I don't have no type of. You'll see me and they be like, yeah, the small little circles. I be thinking, oh, this should be bullshit. Because when you be tatting skin, like when you tat skin, like this is like the derm. This is like the epidermis layer, and this is like the dermis layer. The ink sits in that little small thin area that you can see between the tattoos or between the paper towels. So you telling me in between this, only a circular motion would be able to put ink into this small little layer of tattoos. So I just feel like it's bullshit because as long as you feel this up with ink, this whole area up with ink, it don't matter the process or the hand motion that you use to pull it in. Cause you'll see me when I color and then look how solid that black was. And all I did when I did this black was I just went up and down. I went up and down. Sometimes I go in little circles. Sometimes I go this way. Sometimes I go backwards. Sometimes I go forwards.
And you know when he does that
And look, it's still solid.
cross hatching, and that's what makes it solid.
So that part's called cross hatching.
Because
Well, that's just
you're
the
hitting the
technique of
skin.
shading.
You're hitting the
That's
skin
regular
in
art.
every direction.
Yeah, when you cross. When you learn to draw an regular cross hatch, when you do regular shade, it's going to be to the right and it's going to be to the left. But if you want to show that an area is solid all around, you're going to cross hatch. This is going to be everywhere. You're going to cover every corner of that piece of skin that you're going to get.
And then, twin, you also want to know why
this
is so solid like this in this area? Because all my mags are flat. I don't use round mags.
The dark lord of the Pacific, so powerful